Hello, juniors. Ms. Gonzalez and Ms. Leal here. We are bringing you a lesson plan on managing anxiety and creating a positive mindset as you prepare for the end of the school year and obviously your finals in the next coming days. So obviously we know a lot of you are feeling maybe a little bit stressed, a little overwhelmed. So we wanted to bring you some tools and strategies to be able to cope with some of the feelings that you're going through during this time as you get ready to finish the school year. So today's objective is going to be to learn to recognize your own personal anxiety, what you guys feel as you go through some of these feelings, and learn strategies to how to learn to cope with some of those feelings that may seem like are uncontrollable or may seem like they are overwhelming at times. So we want to be able to kind of give you the tools that you'll need to be able to manage some of those feelings that you're going through. So what is anxiety? And again, anxiety is a very general term because each of us experience anxiety in a very different way. So some of the feelings you might be going through or some of the ones you're feeling right now is worried, nervous, uneasy. And sometimes usually those feelings come with an upcoming event or outcome that you don't know what's going to happen after a certain situation. So there are many of those feelings that come with feeling anxiety. Anxiety is also a very normal feeling that we experience both in our mind and our body. So it's very much a mental and physical thing that we experience. You may feel anxiety when we're about to go on a roller coaster, give a presentation, or take a test. Those are usually the times when students feel the most anxious, is when you're about to do something that requires a lot of adrenaline or you don't know what's going to happen during that time. Or afterwards. So anxiety during these types of experiences are normal. And anxiety is especially normal during times of uncertainty in our life. So when we know we can't control an outcome or something that's going to happen in the future, usually that is when we feel the most anxious about certain situations. So we're going to show you a video. And in this video, you're going to learn how anxiety is a normal biological response. And it's called the fight, flight, or freeze response. So we're going to show that now so you kind of learn about it being a normal response here.
You know what anxiety feels like. We all do. Everyone experiences anxiety in some way or another. It's something that connects all of us together. Why we feel anxiety and what it really is, that may surprise you. Without anxiety, we'd all be in serious trouble. As soon as your brain senses you're in danger, a little piece of it, called the amygdala, kicks in. It gets your body ready to react. That could mean fight, run away, or shut down. It's called the fight, flight, or freeze response. This reaction goes back millions of years to our distant animal ancestors. Animals whose amygdalae were more sensitive to danger were more likely to stay alive and off the menu. Over millions of generations, this developed into the system we all know as anxiety. So you see, anxiety itself is not all bad. But when there's no immediate life or death threat, and your amygdala keeps telling your body that you're in danger, that's when anxiety becomes a problem. Your amygdala doesn't know the difference between getting eaten and public speaking or failing a test. Human society has only existed for a relatively short time. It's messy and complicated and confusing, and our amygdalae just haven't had time to catch up. So sometimes, when we're in uncomfortable situations, our brains misread the risk and overreact. Our hearts beat faster and we breathe heavily, pulling more oxygen into our bodies. The muscles in our arms and legs tense up and fill with blood. Our skin perspires to cool us down. This would all be great if we needed to fight or run, but instead, we just feel tense and sweaty. Sometimes our minds go blank and we feel like we can't move or talk. That would be great if we needed to hide. Instead, we just feel stuck. When things trigger our anxiety, sometimes we try to avoid them, like our ancestors avoiding a predator. But that can cause problems when those triggers are important parts of life, like going to school or meeting new people, things that won't just give up and go away. So how does knowing all this help? Well, it starts with remembering what's really going on. There's nothing physically wrong with you. It's just your amygdala trying to tell you it thinks you're in danger, even if it gets confused about how much danger you're really in. Understanding why we feel anxiety is an important step in learning to manage it.
So again, just to reiterate that there is, absolutely nothing wrong with you when you're going through some of those feelings. But it is important to recognize that even though it is a normal reaction that you have, it's not normal to feel that at all times in every single situation that you're in. So it's important to remember certain, like we said at the beginning, certain strategies and certain tools that will help you manage it a little bit better, and help you understand kind of what some of those triggers are and how to better help yourself when going through some of those feelings. So here are some reminders that we would like to, or some tools that we would like to share with you. Some of them being daily routines that you can incorporate in your lives to be able to manage that stress and that anxiety. So for example, keeping a regular sleeping schedule, getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single day, eating balanced meals, making sure that you're always keeping your body fueled and ready to work and do whatever it needs to do for you. Exercising is also a very great tip to being able to get fresh air, being able to let some of that adrenaline rush or some of those feelings kind of go with, maybe taking a walk, something so simple as, going for a walk with your dog. And then another thing is practicing positive affirmations and staying positive. And I know that's easier said than done, but it can make a huge difference. And we're actually going to focus on some of those in a minute. In the moment when you're going through some of those, panic and feelings of overwhelming nervousness and worriedness, you need to take deep breaths. Remember to breathe. Remember to have breathing techniques that will help you kind of bring yourself back to the moment. Visualize a safe place or put yourself in a safe place where you will feel good, especially after you feel that what you're feeling. And then remember that the feelings will pass. So you're not going to feel like that at all times. You're not going to feel like this all the time. It will pass and it will get better. You just have to remember to just make yourself think about the future outcome after you're feeling that moment. So let's focus on positive affirmations that will be able to help you during that time.
Mm-hmm. So one of the best ways to help reduce anxiety is to learn to talk to yourself in a positive manner. So I often tell students to talk to yourself the way you would to a friend. So if your friend was going through the same experience, how would you advise them, or what would you say to them? So let's watch a short video on positive affirmations and what those look like.
I can't believe this. I can't do anything right.
The car needs new brakes. This is gonna cost so much. This is why I never get ahead.
I can never find anyone I want to go on a date with. I'll be single forever.
I should have gone to the gym today. I always make excuses.
Conversations in our minds are called self-talk. These internal dialogues can shape your beliefs and influence emotions and behavior. Repeated self-talk can eventually become what a person considers facts, even on a subconscious level. Positive self-talk reflects internal thoughts that provide you with assurance and motivation. You can use positive self-talk as a way to guide your decisions and tackle everyday challenges. Negative thinking, on the other hand, can detract from or distort your positive outlook. Negative thinking can lead to stress. Let's explore more about negative thinking. Some common patterns of negative thinking include personalizing and filtering. Personalizing is when you see yourself as the cause of all the bad things in your life. Filtering is when you focus on negative information and ignore positive information. These patterns of negative thinking often leave people feeling helpless. But with practice, people can continue to create more rational and positive thought patterns. One step in the process of focusing on positive self-talk rather than negative thinking is to check your thoughts. Whenever you recognize that you're thinking negatively, take a step back and consider how to reword things in a gentler or more positive way. Instead of saying, "I'm always late to everything, I'm so disorganized," say, "If I start using reminders and alerts regularly, I could really make my day run smoother." Positive self-talk is not self-deception. It is a way to find something positive when facing the ups and downs of each day. Some other ways to shift your thinking include surrounding yourself with positive people, exercising, and eating a healthy diet as directed by your physician. It is also important to be aware of situations, environments, and triggers that cause you to fall back on negative thinking. Whenever the opportunity arises, try to find humor to ease the tension. By training your self-talk to be more positive, you will be able to manage stress more effectively. You may also experience less stress and an increase in motivation and self-confidence. It takes time, practice, and patience to train yourself to be effective in using positive self-talk. But when successful, it keeps your mindset balanced.
Okay, so that video gave us some great examples of what positive self-talk looks like, and we've listed some more for you. So you can say things to yourself like, "I deserve to be happy. Things will get better. I can do this. I am in control of my feelings. I believe in myself. Obstacles or struggles will help me grow." So the power of self-talk is very powerful, influential. It helps build confidence, helps improve your attitude, encourages motivation, helps you work through difficult times. So there's a multitude of benefits of learning how to talk to yourself in a positive manner. We now want to encourage you to take time to write down your own positive affirmations and put them somewhere where you'll see them every day. So we've listed some examples of places that you can post either a sticky note, or maybe you want to type out a positive affirmation, save it as a screensaver. So just somewhere where you can look at these every day as reminders. And if you're struggling and you need some help, don't be afraid to reach out. If you feel like you need someone in the moment, don't be ashamed to reach out to friends, family, your school counselor, a teacher, anyone that you feel comfortable confiding in. We also posted some links of online resources that you can refer to for ideas and help as well. And so that concludes this lesson, and we hope you found it helpful, and we wish you the best of luck in your finals. And remember, you guys are intelligent, you're strong, and you can do this.